Hi, Stampers. I'm Terry Hartley with RusticBarnCards. Welcome. Today is Monday, August 31st, 2020. And today I want to talk to you about the new Stampin Up Cut and Emboss Machine. Because tomorrow, September 1st, 2020, you can order the machine. And if you'll stay with me to the end, I will tell you how you can receive a free embossing folder by placing an order for the new machine with me. So today I want to tell you about the machine. We're going to look at the machine. I'm going to show you how to use it. So let's get started. I wanted to show you how the Stampin' Cut and Emboss is packed. And then right on top you have your quick start guide, and in here we have all the plates that we're going to need. I'm going to take that out for a second, and then right under here we will find our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine. Exciting. Ta-da! There it is. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the box, and we are going to put the handle on, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Alright, so here is where the handle goes. And if you look, see how that's a little bit flat, and the rest is a circle, so it matches up. There you go. And then we have a screw and a nut, so we'll put that nut on the screw, and then it goes right in here. And then we have a tool. Get it lined up, and then we'll just turn it and tighten it. So that is the only thing you need to add is the handle. And then hang on to the handle, and don't get it too tight, but tighten it. And now we're ready to look at our new cut and emboss machine. But before we do that, we need to add this little cap. It goes right over that opening, so then you don't see the screw. Perfect. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine. On the side, you'll see the Stampin' Up. It's very beautiful. This machine is very compact, so it's going to be easy to carry, also easy to store. It weighs about 8.1 pounds, and the platforms fold out, and there's a little indentation on the side, so you can put your thumbs right there and just go ahead and open them up, and it does click in place. And that makes, so for, if you kind of want to know the size from this side of the platform to the other side of the platform, it's about 14 inches long, and it is 6 inches wide. When you close it up, you can put your hands on both sides and then just bring it up, and it will click. And then it's about 7 inches wide. This will work with all of your other Stampin' Up embossing folders, and it also works with other manufacturers of embossing folders. So if you have some others besides Stampin' Up. On the bottom, it does have, you'll see some rubber feet. There's 4, 2 on each side, and that is so it will not slip on the surface when you are embossing. You will receive, I'm going to lay this aside, it's a nice handle. You will receive a quick start guide, and it shows you how to put the handle on. And then it also will give you some directions for some important directions inside what you have in the box, care instructions, attaching the handle, using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and it does give you a 3-year warranty. So care instructions, basically use it on a sturdy flat surface, and if the rubber feet lose their grip, just clean those with a soft damp cloth, and do not use any chemical cleaners to clean your machine. Use a clean damp cloth, and you may use mild detergent. Okay, let's look at the plates that come with it. What I'm really excited about, they are all numbered. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. The cutting plates are, you have 2 of those, and they are marked 3. So I am going to show you how to emboss. So on 1, it says using with thin dies. So we're going to start out to make our sandwich. We'll put 1, and then we're going to put 2, and then we will have our cutting plate, and then we'll have cardstock and our die, and then we'll, on top of that sandwich will be 3. Okay. So I'm going to bring in our new machine, open it up, and I'm going to place 1, just as it tells us. Then we're going to place 2, and again, this has the same on the on 2. It will also tell you the exact same as I read on the first one. And then we are going to put 3, and oh, it's so brand new cutting plate. I almost don't even want to use it. But this machine comes with everything that you need. So I'm going to come in with a piece of cardstock. I'm going to lay a thin die. This is from Celebration Label Die. And I have it so the flat side is toward me. And then I'm going to bring in the second, excuse me, I'm going to bring in the 3. So it is 1, 2, 3, and then your cardstock and your thin die, and then 3. Okay, and now I'm going to hold this. I'm going to go ahead and crank, and you can hear a little bit of noise, and you're supposed to. That's all normal. I'm going to take the top plate off. And beautiful. If you can see that or not. I can move that out of the way. Having a little bit of problems with my light that wants to shine. So there you go. Beautiful. The stitcher, you can see all the stitches around there. Now it says insert embossing folder. Hinge first. So I'm going to do 1. And then the 2 3s. So let's do that. So I'm placing 1. Then I'm placing 3. I'm going to bring in Winter Snow embossing folder. So the mini catalog, and I'm going to place Shaded Spruce right in there. And now I'm going to, I have 1, 3, and then I'm going to lay my embossing folder, and then put on top cutting plate 3, so we've made a sandwich. So we have 1, 3 embossing folder with the cardstock and 3 on top. And let's run it through. bring it so you can see. Take off cutting plate 3. And isn't that gorgeous? It's beautiful. So it really does a wonderful job of embossing. Okay, I'm going to lay that aside, and now we're going to look at the directions for a 3D embossing folder. So let's look at our directions again. We've used the one for thin dies. We use for standard embossing. Now it says using with 3D embossing folders. We just need plate 1 and plate 4. Plate 4 is our specialty plate. So you have plates 1 through 4. So now we're going to, for the 3D embossing folder, I'm going to use plate 1. And then I'm going to bring in my embossing folder. You may be asking, how do you know which are 3D and which are just regular? Well, for this one, it says Stampin' Cut and Emboss embossing folder. But over here, I'm using Old World, and all of the ones that are 3D, it will say on the front, 3D embossing folder. So that is how I know that this is a 3D embossing folder, because it will say that. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go ahead and lay my cardstock. And then I'm going to place this here. So I just have 1, and then I'll need 4. So it's 1, my embossing folder with my cardstock. And now I'm going to run it through. I'm just going to kind of guide it. Then I'm going to put my hand up here on the handle. And I'm sorry that I have my tripod, so it makes it kind of shaky. And all those noises are just fine. So I'm going to take off the plate 4. And here we have our embossing with 3D embossing folder. Awesome. So with your machine, you are getting the base plate 1, the die plate for thin dies 2, you're getting your 2 cutting plates 3 and 3, and then you're getting 4 the specialty plate. So this beautiful Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine goes on sale September 1st for all customers. I was only able to pre-order it a month early because I'm a demonstrator. If you place an order for a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine from September 1st through the 30th of 2020 with me as your demonstrator, my gift to you is 1 free embossing folder of your choice. Now you may choose 1 embossing folder from either the 2020, 2021 annual catalog, or the August through December mini catalog, or as I like to say, the holiday catalog. Now, do not add the embossing folder on your order. After you place your order for a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine using me as your demonstrator, then I will email you. And then you can let me know which embossing folder you have chosen. Now, contact me if you have any questions. My information for my shop and my webpage is down below the video in the description, and just click on Show More. Don't forget, if you place an order with me, to use the host code for September if your order is $149 or less. If your order is more than $149, do not use the host code. That way you'll be able to earn Stampin' Rewards for Stampin' Up. If you have any questions, reach out to me.